is how to build a remote operated vehicle frame for an underwater robot. I am Mr. V, and if you'll notice, it's R-O-V. Of course, as you know, V is the most important letter in the alphabet. What you have here is the frame for an ROV. Okay? I built this myself. The first thing you'll notice is it's not very big, and it's also lightweight. It is made out of PVC pipe. There are several different types of parts for PVC pipe, but this is 1/2 inch PVC pipe. Okay? This is called a PVC pipe 1/2 inch T. Another important letter of the alphabet. There's another T. It is shaped like a T. A T. There are several of these all the way around. They are all the same. On the corners we have a 90-degree angle T. 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle. Sometimes it is called an elbow. Looks like your elbow. 1, 2, and here's another one, and here's another one, and another one. They're for the corners. They're all the same as well. There are some other parts which I'll show you as we begin to take it apart. First of all, you will notice that it is quite colorful. Here are 4 important things to remember. It's sometimes hard to tell what is the front or back of the boat, or the bow and the stern. But if you look at this, what you have is the port side is the left side. It always has the red color. The starboard side is the right side, and it always has the green color. Okay? Port, red. Starboard, green. Okay? The front is known as the bow. It starts with the letter B. That is why we have the Batman symbol for the bow. And here we have the Superman for the stern, S for stern. Okay? You are going to have the tape on all the parts. Most of the parts are all the same size. We have some 8-inch parts. We have some 4-inch parts. We have some 2-inch parts. All the port pieces have red tape. All the starboard pieces have green tape. So you'll know which are which. Okay? Here we have Batman bow, Superman stern. And we're now, you're going to watch and you can see how it all comes apart. And it will be in a box for you, and you get to put it together.
Mr. V, I have a question.
Yes?
What are the pieces in the middle?
That's a very good question. I was going to show you those when we got down to it, but if you come in very close and look right here, we have to mount the motors. We have 3 motors. One motor will be right here, and it will go for up and down, and there'll be a propeller, like a helicopter. There'll be another one with a motor right here that has a propeller and another propeller for making it go backwards and forwards and turning left and right.
Thank you, Mr. V.
And it's right in the middle so that it is balanced. If you'll notice, it's balanced like so.
Very cool.
These 2 parts are for attaching your equipment for whatever the mission might be. You have to catch something or whatever. That comes later. And this is where the tether comes. So these are the things that are a little unusual. We will now start taking it apart. We're going to start in the bow and work our way backwards. We have a coupling and a piece of PVC pipe. We have another coupling and another piece of PVC pipe. Okay. We can take this apart just like so. There's a T and some more bow parts. And it's exactly the same on the bottom. These are 90-degree elbows. red for port. These are all the same, so any ones you use will be just fine. These are green for the starboard side. Red for port. Lots of T's. That one was hard to get apart. I must have done a very good job putting it on there. And the frame is still holding together, even while we take it apart. That means it's very sturdy. It doesn't just fall apart. I've seen some that people have built, and they take one piece out. All over with. You don't want that. So, ROVs are a lot like submarines, except generally you won't find people inside of them. Sometimes people will be attached and hang on and work with them, but rarely do they move people. They almost always move just equipment. If you want to move people, that's what a submersible is. Submersible is for things that go under and take people with them. There have been ROVs since the ancient times. They used to use them attached to ropes to take things up and pick things up off the bottom from sunken barges in rivers and in ports, just like they do today. There were not submarines until right around the time of the Civil War. And they made submarines because it was the first time they had ships that were made all out of metal. It was a very famous battle. And the only way they could figure to sneak up on those boats was to do it underwater. A lot of people tried. Not many were very successful. So all the parts have been cut. They're all pretty much the same size. Okay, like so. They're all that size, so these can be switched and put in any place like you saw. I recommend running the tape backwards to help you figure out which is where. It's like a big puzzle. And we haven't even put the motors or the wires or the propellers on it yet. That's when it gets to be really fun. I like the Superman one myself. And we're almost done. Pretty much the same thing on this one side as the other, almost like a mirror image. You will have a big blue box like this. And we'll have all the parts in it that you need. You shouldn't need any tools to do this. If you needed something, it would only be like a very small hammer to tap it just a little bit if it gets stuck or it's hard to put in. But otherwise, you should be able to do it by hand. Take your time. I mess up every time I make one. You will probably have a mistake or two, but that's okay. You'll get it. Have a good time with your RO Mr. V.